Hey everybody, hope you're having a happy Friday. I had planned to be back home in the district today, but I am having a lot of meetings in Hartford, and the weather has scrambled my schedule a few times, and so today I had to come in and be here. So I am not in my car, but I am sitting in my office. It is still, as we get closer and closer to the start of session on February 7th, my time is a continuation of a lot of those 20-minute meetings. And they really do, they run the gamut. Some of them are not, some of them are meetings that are set up because I sit on other committees in addition to finance, environment, and energy and technology. But almost all of them, all of the issues have some fiscal component one way or another. I mean, the finance committee does end up touching a lot of policy, which is interesting, and also means that you have a wide, policy area to pay attention to. I've met with advocates for kids in Connecticut, for the film industry, for biotech, for businesses overall in the state, with the Sierra Club about solid waste and recycling, artificial intelligence, you name it, a broad. And next week, there's sort of a more public health theme with maternal health, reproductive rights, hospital finances, gun safety, benefit cliffs, school construction, all kinds of things. So lots of those short meetings with advocates who are, come in, make their case. As I've said before, they come in, they present, they come in with their requests so that I can, understand them and have some context before the meeting starts. And then that's all, over all of that, there's a lens of sort of fiscal information coming into the state, which includes the latest set of consensus revenues for the state, which are pretty consistent with where we thought we were headed. So, which is in fine, stable condition, but not with the huge surpluses that we've had in the past. And that, so I also wanted to add that several of the meetings I've had in the last week or so have been farm related, and that can mean a lot of different things in our district, from the gamut from, Thorncrest Farm in Goshen, which sells artisanal chocolates, delicious artisanal chocolates, and stopped by there this morning on my way in, and to meeting with leaders of the dairy industry in East Canaan, Ben Freund and Cricket Jackier, about particular financial issues facing that industry and farms in general, to farm wineries. We have several farm wineries in and near the 64th district who also face some similar and some slightly different issues. And it's been good to keep in touch with all of those different aspects of farming in the state of Connecticut. And in fact, one of the things that happened to me today is, I was earlier, end of last year, given an award by the Working Lands Alliance as the 2023 legislative champion. But I wasn't able to attend, so today they presented me with a beautiful picture of a farm. Which I will hang in my office very soon. And I wanted to note, actually, one of the things that the Working Lands Alliance is always mentions at their meetings is fierce cooperation. So it has a note here saying, thank you for your fierce cooperation, which is a phrase I really love. Stands for civility and working together, but fiercely and with passion and energy. And that's the way they do their business. So I was very honored to get that. I also wanted to note this week, as again, we get closer to session, one of the things that happens is we had the House Democrats caucus had a meeting yesterday where we review big picture issues. And it starts off with me and Tony Walker, who chairs is the House Chair of Appropriations, just sort of setting the table for what lies ahead. And which is essentially what I've, said, which is the state is in fine, stable fiscal condition, but it's not a year. It's the second year of a budget. We passed the biennium budget, which is by definition a 2-year budget last year. So we're not predicting any big changes this year, nor do we really have the capacity for big changes. It's a year to keep a steady hand on the tiller. So lots of discussion about longer term policy issues and how we tee up discussions to make sure that, when we're ready for something bigger, we have done all the work that you need to do before you get, and that's coalition building. It's also getting data on things so that we can really do policy that has the impact that we want it to have. But it's always good to be together and as we get closer to session. I noticed that this morning I stopped by Thorncrest Farm on my way into to the Capitol because it's Michelle Cook's birthday today. So Michelle Cook, if you're listening, anybody who knows Michelle Cook, my friend and colleague who represents Torrington. So I picked her up a little gift, and as soon as I'm done with this video, I'm going to head up to her office and drop it off for her. Who can resist Thorncrest chocolates? I certainly wish Michelle a happy birthday, and I hope you all have a great weekend. See you soon.